Because I know some of you have been neglecting your balls, this video was brought to you by Manscaped, but more on that later. When Kimber told me they were coming out with a new gun, a striker fired double stack plastic gun with a red dot on it was not what I was expecting. What I got was the R7 Mako OI. The OI stands for Optics Installed. This gun comes in two options, Optics Installed and Optics Ready. Optics Ready simply means the gun comes with no optic but has a milled out section on the slide for you to use any micro red dot you want. If you go the Optics Installed route, your gun will come with a Crimson Trace DT 1500 red dot optic already installed. The first 1911 I ever bought was a Kimber Ultra Raptor. I have no shame in saying that I bought that gun simply because of the way it looked. But what's not such a good look is not taking care of your balls. And now, a word from our sponsor. Manscaped gave me a bunch of talking points for this video, but I don't really need them because I've been using Manscaped trimmers for years. Manscaped just released their new waterproof trimmer with the LED light called the Lawnmower 4.0. Now, I'm not really a baby smooth kind of guy, but I do like to control the chaos that's going on down there because this ain't the 80s and I'm not Ron Jeremy. Manscaped has also released their Performance Package 4.0 bundle. It comes with a quick absorbing, clear drying ball deodorant and a ball toner spray for that midday refresher. However, my favorite part of this package is the Weed Whacker. The Weed Whacker is their nose and ear trimmer. This thing has been a godsend because it helps me quickly and painlessly get rid of the hair that thinks it deserves to grow from my ear and nose. Right now, you can get 20% off of your order with free international shipping when you use the promo code Colion20 at checkout. I know you've been neglecting your balls, so pause this video and click the link in the description section now. Kimber has always been known for making attractive looking 1911s, and I have to say, they've done the same with the R7 Mako. I'll be the first to say that a plastic gun is a plastic gun, but there is an understated flair about this gun that I can't deny. The grip texture covers a majority of the grip in 6 separate parts, whose border lines look like they were drawn by a calligraphist instead of an engineer. The shrouded slide almost makes the gun look like a blowback design, while giving the slide a more complete appearance instead of a metallurgic castration where there's literally a gaping hole on top of my slide like most guns. In short, I think it's a good looking gun. The R7 Mako is fully ambidextrous. The magazine release is actionable on the left and right side. The same can be said of the slide lock lever too. I have to say, I do love the way the serial number is recessed into the side of the frame. The R7 Mako comes with True Glow Tritium Pro U-Notch iron sights, which I really like, which is saying a lot because I'm typically not the biggest fan of True Glow iron sights, but these I like. To this day, I'll never get over how many rounds gun companies are able to stuff into these small guns, and the R7 Mako is no different. It comes with a flush magazine that holds 11 rounds and an extended magazine that holds 13 rounds. The trigger on this gun is good. Even if it was bad, I'd have to say it was good because I can shoot this gun really accurately. My groupings with this gun was considerably tighter than the groupings I was getting with my Glock 43X. I think a lot of it had to do with the trigger and the ergonomics of the grip. This is where it gets weird. In hand, this gun feels good. I especially love the grip texture. Actually, I really love the grip texture. That said, this isn't the most ergonomic gun I've ever felt, but it felt easier to shoot tighter groups with than some of my other double stack micro compact guns. The trigger is a flat face rolling trigger, but there's no definable wall. You can kind of create one, but there isn't one there naturally. Rolling triggers are usually a hit and miss with me. If they're smooth and on the shorter side of travel, they're great. If they're even a tad bit gritty or jerky, they're terrible. With the R7 Mako, right when you think the trigger is going to display some grit, it breaks clean, really clean. The reset isn't the shortest in the world, but it's by no means too long. This is a leather baseball glove trigger. It's already good, but I can tell that the more I shoot the gun, the better the trigger is gonna get. Now here's the thing. One of the best things about rolling triggers is shooting fast. There's a predictable bounce to this trigger that made shooting fast really enjoyable. Even still, I didn't expect this gun to shoot as fast as it does. It was easy to let the gun do the work and just ride the reset. Compared to the other guns in its class, the R7 Mako looks and even feels bigger, but it's not. I think this works to its advantage in some way because I think having a gun that feels bigger, even though it's not, leads to a more shooting confidence. As I shot this gun, I couldn't tell if it was a full size or a micro compact, but I was reminded instantly how small this gun really is once I went to conceal it. It disappeared like all the rest of the guns in this category. The recoil of the gun is on par with most guns its size. I wouldn't go running to the mountaintop proclaiming it's the softest gun I've ever shot, but the recoil isn't harsh by any means. If I had to guess, I think a lot of Kimber purists will hate the R7 Mako the same way Porsche purists hated the Colion, Porsche's dumb little SUV. However, everyone else loved the Colion, and it became its highest selling vehicle. The dumb little SUV made Porsche a ton of money because it was more affordable and was actually a really good vehicle. Porsche took all that money and then put it in R&D to make their sports cars, namely the 911, even better. And this turnaround made the purists happy again. The R7 Mako is Kimber's dumb little SUV, and deservedly so, because it's good. You can nitpick any gun to death, but after a certain point it just becomes personal preference. $599. That's how much the optics ready version will cost, and $799 for the optics installed. That's right on par with every gun in its class. And like I said, this is a damn good gun that feels every bit of its price, if not more. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for or hopefully even avoid a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, make sure you hit that bell symbol.